It's training camp season. Today we're looking at the Cleveland Browns as we're on Shedeur Sanders' watch. The Browns just wrapped up practice. We're going to go over the news, notes, and nuggets and what he did on the field. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're covering your favorite players in training camp every single day. We're looking at what they're doing on the field. Those guys climbing the depth chart, your rookies. And guys you're drafting soon in fantasy football, hit that button. Stop missing out what your players are doing behind the scenes. But we're looking at the Shedeur Sanders clips today. There's good news and bad news from today. Nothing too drastic, but not much from the beat writers. I also got some clips thrown in here from the last couple days that I wasn't able to show you guys before because they came out a little later. But here we are starting things off with the quarterbacks. Let's start off with the bad news. Kenny Pickett's back, but at a limited capacity due to the hamstring. So that's going to create less reps for him like we saw earlier in the first couple practices. That's something to pay attention to. Joe Flacco has been looking good. He has been solid. However, the defense, from what I've read from the beat writers, because they kind of sound like they're mixed on this, that the defense was very solid in the red zone looks. The good Shedeur, although there's limited looks from the beat writers, he was making throws today. He made some plays. And the other good is Dillon Gabriel. Threw a pick, at least one, and threw a hospital ball from what I saw to Floria. That's one thing that is looking good in his favor is that Dillon Gabriel did not look good today. And then on top of that, he's had some balls batted down at the line of scrimmage in the last few practices. While Shedeur Sanders, from what it sounds like, had a good practice unless something else rolls out. But they are very limited on the clips today. He did get a little bit of work with the ones, but there was less a red zone opportunity where all the quarterbacks got work with the ones, then worked with the twos, then with the threes, per one of the beat writers that I read from the day, as they were just switching in and out really fast on those drills. Nothing was mentioned how he played. The last practice, they said ESPN Cleveland, I believe he was at 60%, had the best completion rate of all the quarterbacks on that practice. Today, we'll get the numbers from this practice later on, maybe in a few hours from ESPN Cleveland. It sounds like opportunities was very limited with the 11-on-11s. As one of the beat writers said, Flacco got a bulk of the work. Dillon Gabriel got a handful. And then after that, making the assumption, because they did not bring up Sanders at all, it sounds like you got a little bit. That's what it sounds like. Now, what can we take from this? We're going to get more competition, less opportunity with Kenny Pickett back. You guys know my opinions on that. I don't like Kenny Pickett, really. I don't think there's hardly any upside with him. And if anything, Flacco and the two rookies battling it out. You got your upside, you got your old vet. That makes sense. There's too many quarterbacks. I think Sanders has been looking good. I think every test that's been thrown his way, he's passed. And I believe he looked good today. The last practice, while operating the twos, he went against the ones, went 2 for 3. And some of the clips were in the last montage. He's been showing up early on every practice. He's been working hard. He's been working solid. If you want to know how I feel about this quarterback situation overall, my guess from the coaching staff is they're going to play this very conservative. I think both rookies are going to be waiting. I think they're going to lean on Flacco. And Flacco has been playing good. But from reports today, he's been playing good, but also it sounded like it was iffy on that red zone portion with the quarterbacks because it sounds like the defense was stepping up. But I think it was Daniel Osawusu said that he was looking solid. That being said, he has been stacking days. Shedeur Sanders has also been stacking days wire to wire. Dillon Gabriel looked good. He's been looking solid throughout training camp, but he's had his moments where he's been off too. He had his moments today where he's off. He had his moments the last few practices from what I remember from looking at the clips. Had balls batted down. Kenny Pickett hasn't been out there. That's the thing about that. I believe this coaching staff is going to be rather conservative with their call. They're going to be leaning Flacco. They're definitely doing that now. He's getting the bulk of the work. He's getting the bulk of the work with the ones. They're leaning Flacco right now. If it ended today, Flacco would be your day one starter. And there's no negotiation with that with them. That's how they feel. Because you can tell that with the reps. And honestly, they want to win it with defense, control the turnover battle, and try to hold on to win some games on the back end, sneak a few wins as they get middle of the season. If you're rooting for Shedeur, you got to root for him to stack days every day. Look good in practice. He's not playing for just the Browns, but potentially his next opportunity with another team. That's the thing about Shedeur. He's also playing for his next opportunity for another team. There's too many quarterbacks on the roster. This coaching staff, they're not going to move fast with their personnel. They're going to hold on tight. I believe they're going to start multiple quarterbacks this year. This season could end with a lot of the coaching staff being fired, if not all of them. This could be a team that implodes. They got a tough schedule. Honestly, you got to look at what they got here. They got to hope Flacco starts off hot. And then if he doesn't, and if he starts having a run of picks, it ain't going to be looking good to whoever steps in anyways. But they're probably going to lean on probably either Pickett. Like, I don't like it. But my thoughts don't matter. Like, I don't have a decision. If it was up for me, I'd shoot for more upside here. Like, how are you going to win a Super Bowl? How is that going to happen? I drank so much coffee, and this is like my 7th video today, so words are coming out weird. How's that going to happen? But if you think about, this is the Browns. The Browns are going to be the Browns, and they're going to make similar decisions no matter who's the coaching staff that you've seen throughout your career watching the Browns, my whole life. Like, I feel like it's been since Bernie Kosar. There's a lot of people who are putting stock into the Browns, hoping that they make the right decision. I think what you should be hoping for, if you're a Shedeur fan, is that he keeps stacking days, keeps practicing good. I do not know if he played super well this practice, but I do know that he's made some throws. No one mentioned that he was bad, and it sounds like he got limited work today. It sounds like that. So one thing is, he may get his opportunity this season, somewhere down the road. Attrition, change of quarterback play, which I believe they're going to use multiple quarterbacks this year. I believe that's going to happen. You may not even want him to get his opportunity with this team anyways. Quinshon Judkins hasn't practiced yet. He's not signed. He got arrested. We all know that situation. That was one of the lights at the end of the tunnel with his offense. And you got Deion Sanders. I like him as a prospect. They're going to start off with Flacco. And if that's not getting it done and they got to go to other quarterbacks, they might be down a road where things are getting rather desperate, middle to late season. You may just hope he exceeds expectations at that point. His best bet's with another team with some weapons. And a coaching staff that wants to cultivate and develop. Like, limited opportunities looks like it's coming his way with Kenny Pickett. That's the thing about that. That is just the real truth. Like, this coaching staff wants to see him through. I don't know, but I know. It's the Browns. I don't like Kenny Pickett. And Kenny Pickett's got to prove me wrong, because I've been saying this about him since the draft process and before that. I make fun of him in random videos when I'm talking about other teams, and it's been like that for years. Like, we know Kenny Pickett. We know the upside isn't really there with him. We know he's not really a starting caliber quarterback. He's not. Shedeur Sanders has a lot of upside. He's still rookie. Rookies need time to ramp up. They need time to be developed. He needs more opportunities to develop. He needs more opportunities against the number ones, too. He needs more opportunity. They're going to start off the season with Flacco, and they're going to see what's up with that. But what you're rooting for is every day I come to this channel and I talk up Shedeur and how he's been doing and if he's been looking good, and I just give you the reports from what I've read while gathering the clips. You want to hope that he's been playing well, because if he's continuously playing well, then another team's going to give him a shot. They're going to make a move for him, and then he's going to get his opportunity. his opportunity will probably come with the Browns this season, as I project that they're going to use multiple quarterbacks. They're going to use more than one quarterback for sure. And they're probably going to go Kenny Pickett after Flacco because it's the Browns. Stefanski, you listen to Stefanski, very conservative coach, very limited with what he gives out to the media. You're not going to be excited with what the Browns do. It's the Browns. It's the Browns. They have the meme of the quarterback jersey with all the nameplates on it. That's there for a reason. That's there for a reason. Like, there's no high risk, high reward. Just super safe. That's what they're trying to do this year, and it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. Flacco worked, though, and he could work. He's been having some good moments. I don't want to shame Flacco. Flacco has some opportunity to do decent. I think he'll have his run of games where it doesn't go too well. It's also a tough start to the year. Flacco has an opportunity. He's done it before. He also, when he's bad, he's bad. That's the thing about it. When he's bad, he's bad. We know this. But Flacco has the potential to really excel well in this offense, give you a good start if he's firing on all cylinders. That's what they're hoping for, and they control the turnover battle because they got the defense. If they can control the turnover battle, they're going to be solid, ready to rock and roll. That's one thing about it. Shedeur Sanders, you just got to hope. It sounds like another day stacked. I can't guarantee it because the beat writers are quiet. But Shedeur Sanders, from what I've seen so far, looks solid. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.